Golf is a family game for the Smiths in Detroit Lakes. They play the game, they teach it, and they promote it. And for the brother-sister act of Karter and Kate, playing the game is a passion. Kate Smith is 12 years old. Older brother Karter is a junior. Each is a big reason why the Detroit Lakes girls and boys golf teams are expecting big things this season. But with their schedules, it's not often the two have a chance to share a round of golf together this time of the year.
We support each other a lot. We play with each other in the summer quite a bit, and we just root for each other.
And there's been plenty to root about lately. Kate shot under par last week at a varsity tournament in Park Rapids, and Karter recently scored 2 holes in 1 in 3 days.
Yeah, I think there's so much luck involved. I mean, you have to hit a decent enough shot, but there's so many variables that have to happen for it to go in.
And Karter and Kate don't have to go far to find a fairway. They live at the golf course, literally. Their parents own Ironman course just outside of Detroit Lakes, and Dad Chris is a teaching pro as the family splits its time between Minnesota and Florida.
I've learned a lot about life through golf. It's kind of silly, but you learn so much about yourself, and it's just nice it's always out there, and I can always go out and play.
It's great to be so close to golf, and I have access to practice facilities and the golf course. So I think my parents instilled a good work ethic in us at an early age. That's definitely helped too. So.
The Smith siblings are homeschooled, much like Amy and Nathan Anderson, who now play for North Dakota State. And Kate and Karter also have golf aspirations, much like the Andersons.
There's always another level that you can get to. You're always striving for something more. You can never be good enough. So even the players on the tours, they're always trying to get better. And I just like that aspect about it, where you're always reaching for something.
Kate and Karter also do a lot of work with the junior golf program each summer at Ironman.
Good evening, everybody. We've had the pleasure to watch a great crop of young golfers take their talents to a bigger stage. Tom Hoagie and Amy Anderson come right to mind. There's another youngster in Detroit Lakes who has the game and similar aspirations. WDAY6's Jody Norstead has the story.
Detroit Lakes golfer Kate Smith has a driver, just not a driver's license.
She looks like one of the older girls out on the course. I think people are surprised to hear that she's 12 years old.
The surprise hit a peak last spring when Smith, a 7th grader at the time, finished 5th place at the state tournament.
I was pretty happy with the year last year. I mean, that's kind of why I love golf, though, is that you can always improve.
It's not the first time an extremely young female who's homeschooled has grabbed the attention of the local golf scene. Oxbow's Amy Anderson won the Women's All-City in Fargo-Moorhead as a 13-year-old and has gone on to play for the Bison and participate in the U.S. Women's Open.
She's always been a role model to me.
Both have older brothers that have also starred on the golf course. Amy's brother Nathan won his first college tournament last month, while Kate's brother Karter leads the Laker boys team and just recently hit 2 holes in 1 in a 4-day span.
My brother and I have always looked up to Amy and Nate, and we're trying to follow in their footsteps.
The similarities don't end there. Smith, like Anderson, grew up on a golf course and has been playing most of her life.
Out at Ironman, my dad's course, I got the privilege, instead of driving 15 minutes to the course and getting a tee time, I could just play around, and my brother and I were really creative with the course.
Creativity that might someday have another young girl wanting to follow in her footsteps. In Detroit Lakes, Jody Norstead, WDAY 6 Sports.
Smith says she's hoping to get a chance to play with Amy soon. It was windy and cold at the Meadows for the first girls golf tournament of the spring, the Moorhead Invite. Moorhead's Tiffany Swanson fared pretty well. Drains the par putt on 15. She tied for 3rd and led the Spuds with an 85. Also shooting an 85 and tying for 3rd was Natalie Roth from Detroit Lakes. She makes the par on 10. The Lakers have a very good team. They had 6 players in the top 10. Katie Smith sinks the par on 10. In brutal conditions, Smith, an 8th grader, shot 74. That's 8 strokes better than anybody else. The Lakers as a team take the top prize. 42 shots better than second place Bemidji. The Spuds took 3rd.